Hey everyone, I'm Trevor, and today we are sharing my best tips for visiting Disneyland in the summer. So let's get going. Well, it's Mother's Day at Disneyland, and so Amy gets to go up here and grab a flower. Flowers for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
This video is going to be a hybrid vlog tips video, kind of like our Genie Plus video, where we're going to just be enjoying our day, but throughout the day I'll be dropping several summer-related tips. And the first one is that summer actually starts pretty late here in California. Other places around the country, summer may start towards the end of May into early June. Summer doesn't really get kicked off here in California until mid-July, and then honestly it lasts pretty much through like mid-October, end of October. It can stay pretty hot. Tip number 2 is that you should be aware of a phenomenon that happens here called June gloom, and that's the primary one. And there's a marine layer that settles in, and it just makes it look like this in the morning every day. But June gloom is not exclusive to June. They have May gray, no sky July, and this year, what were they saying?
April.
April and?
April and August.
August.
August. We're hoping it's gone by then. Really hoping it's gone by then.
And welcome to Disneyland.
And the first thing we're gonna do here this morning is rope drop my favorite iteration of Space Mountain, Hyper Space Mountain. I love the Star Wars overlay. Tip number 3 is actually to arrive early. This is one that I'm gonna beat into the ground if I have to, but we arrived for rope drop, but we actually were a little bit late. So we arrived towards the tail end of rope drop, and we are at the back of the rope drop line for Space Mountain. Now in the past, I've ridden Space Mountain in about 12 to 15 minutes. With rope dropping, we're gonna time it and see how long it is today. Of course, it's hyperspace, so that could affect things too. I should also mention that the gates open at 7:20 to accommodate early entry guests for the hotel at 7:30. We didn't get into the park until 7:55, so just to give you an idea. Well, it's 16 minutes to this point, and that's pretty good. Always a good time on hyperspace. I just love it. The music the whole time is Star Wars music on the whole ride. I gotta love it. So back to the marine layer. The weather app says that it'll burn off around 10 a.m. to 11 today. But the last time we were here 2 weeks ago, it didn't burn off at all, even though it said it was going to by noon. So it's gonna be a little bit of a toss-up. It may look like this all day, or more likely, the marine layer will burn off by around noonish, and it'll be bright, clear blue skies the rest of the day. Right now, we are headed to Galactic Grill. We're gonna be filming a food video for you guys. A whole slew of new food items have popped up, and we're gonna be trying them all out, but it's gonna be a separate video, so you have to check that out a little bit later on in the week. I'll give you a little sneak peek of the food item we just got at Galactic Grill right now. And now we are headed over to Astro Blasters. 5-minute wait for Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters here this morning at 8:35. James is riding with me on this ride, and Benjamin and Mommy are back there. We got stuck right here, and if you try to shoot, so you shoot this panel down here, it turns Zurg towards you, and then on his chest, right in the center is a little hole. You can probably see it, it's a little dark hole in his chest plate. And look at this, 50,000 points for hitting Zurg in the chest plate, and we're barely started this attraction, and I have a max score already. That's James's score. So I kind of just get to enjoy my ride now. Alien in a box. Oh look, there's a pterodactyl. My magic band is interacting with Buzz while we're riding. So that's always fun. James's is too. It matches the colors of the guns.
We've got Zerg on the run. Blast him with everything you've got.
There's actually one of those 50,000 points on this Zerg as well. See that small hole right there? Shoot that hole and it's 50,000 points. Level 7! I'm a galactic hero! So I don't remember seeing this on my recent merch video. Little Doug baby. And they also have Kevin down here. I don't know why I missed those. Maybe they're new. Maybe I just missed them. We're in Store Command right now, by the way. And here's another one. This is Woody's Roundup. This is like a big bowl. This is not a regular mug. This thing is huge. And I didn't remember seeing this before. Or these plates. It says the chosen one is pizza. I also don't remember seeing these before. It's a stack of 4 plates. And let me put this down here and show you. This is the 4 plates that are in here. And then it is $49.99. Our next summer tip here this morning, we don't quite need just yet. Maybe I, should have put this later on in the video, but make sure you bring some sunscreen. The sun here is relentless whenever it's out, obviously. But I figured I'd mention it now. So make sure you bring some sunscreen. Make sure you bring maybe like 2 bottles of sunscreen if you're going to be here a while and you have a big family, because just don't want to run out of sunscreen. Sunscreen here in the parks are very expensive. Very, very expensive. We're talking like $15 for a bottle. 15 bucks for a single bottle. Now we're gonna come to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It says it's a 15-minute wait. Here's a fun little fact, but this sign in Big Thunder Mountain Railroad points to the different Big Thunder Mountains throughout the world. So Rainbow Ridge is here at Disneyland. Grizzly Gulch is actually over in Hong Kong, and Thunder Mesa is in Disneyland Paris.
The sign you couldn't see points to Tumbleweed. So the town of Tumbleweed is in Disney World. Here is Rainbow Ridge, there's Tumbleweed. 13 minutes.
While we're walking, let's share another tip. You might be tempted to think that summer is going to be like slam-packed, crowded, the busiest time all year long.
No.
And it's not. And let me tell you why. Now, it's going to be busier than like today, a really off-season day. But Amy and the kids all have a Magic Key Pass that is blocked out the entire summer, which means June 5th and 6th is going to be their last time here in the park. We already have those reservations planned. From that point forward, you'll just be getting me the entire summer. No videos with the kids, unfortunately.
But because pass holders are blocked out, like the majority of them, it's only the highest pass that's available during the summer.
Believe key 2.
The highest 2 passes are available during the summer. That it really does make the parks less crowded.
Now it's time for Haunted Mansion.
This is my dirt.
One of our favorite times to visit Disneyland before we became annual pass holders was actually the middle of August. August 14th is when the Enchant Key comes back, and August 21st is when the Imagine Key comes back. So if you visit right before then, like the week before August 14th, or even the week of that week, it's honestly truly one of the best times during the summer to come and visit. Now, if you want to be here for the fall celebrations, those really all begin around September 2nd or so. But we suggest coming in August. Don't forget about my Haunted Mansion hack, which will help you skip a ton of the line. If you want to learn more about that, check out my time-saving hacks video, which I'll put a link to down in the description. I don't think I ever noticed this before, but that door is literally like going in and out.
I'll see you all a little later.
One of my favorite parts of having a magic band is about to come up right here. It's my heartbeat, proving I am alive. Splash Mountain closes in pretty much exactly 2 weeks. It's a 5-minute wait, but it's a gloomy day. We want to ride it,
I don't know.
but
I don't want to get soaked.
The weather right now is being a little, I was kind of warm with my jacket, so I took it off. Now it's a little breezy and I'm kind of getting chilly again, but I'm a wimpy Californian. I'm just gonna tell you that right off the bat. I mean, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I should, you know, not be bothered by cold, but I am. And so, you take that for what you will. I still need my jacket in May. It's Chewy! Chewy! Oh! 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 Behind me over here is Savi's workshop. And something you can look forward to is I actually signed up for it. I'm gonna do it, finally. Finally, I love Star Wars, never done it. I'm gonna do it for you guys June 5th. That video will be coming out shortly thereafter, a review of Savi's workshop. What is Savi's workshop? It's where you get to build your own lightsaber by hand and take it home. Like a real, good quality lightsaber. The sun's trying to peek through. There are shadows on the ground. That's a good sign. We are about to go and ride Splash Mountain. And a necessary tip for riding any water ride, but also something to consider in the summertime, is to wear flip-flops. Now, generally speaking, I wouldn't recommend wearing these types of shoes around Disney if you are going to be coming to Disneyland for like 5 days. Definitely don't wear them. It'll kill your feet. But if you're only going to be here for a day, or, you know, you're going to have a really light day, you might consider wearing flip-flops just to let your feet air out, rest a bit. I know wearing shoes all the time can be quite constricting on them, so something to consider is definitely at least bring a pair of flip-flops, maybe for a downtown Disney day or for a resort day, or, like I said, if you're only one day in the park, wear flip-flops. I do it all the time, but again, I'm only here one day. I'm not 5 consecutive days.
Just be prepared. You're going to be doing a lot of walking when you're here. So if you're not used to doing a lot of walking, maybe start going on walks before you come to get your feet accustomed to a lot of walking. For us, we can walk 20,000 steps in a day here at Disneyland. It doesn't even faze us. But I have friends, they come up here, they walk 15,000 steps and they're like, Amy, my feet are killing me.
Here we go. It's disappearing in 2 weeks, so we have to do it. The sun has made an appearance. There's some blue sky, and so we're gonna go do it. The wait jumped up to a 15-minute wait, which is fine, obviously. I'm just saying, about 5 minutes ago, it still said 5, but the sun peeking out now, people are coming over here. That's what we're doing. So Benjamin and Amy are in the back seat. They're the only seat in this whole vehicle that rides too. He's still not sure about it, but he can hold your hand this time. And James is in front of me. What'd you think? Good. You didn't get too wet this time. There's Benjamin's face. Perfect. Perfect. And there's James. We popped in the Winnie the Pooh store and they have more of those little babies sort of characters. Steadily and surely, the marine layer is burning off bit by bit. Hello, sunshine. It is 11:06 a.m., just in case you're curious as to when the sun fully hit here in Anaheim. And what I tell you, we hopped in line at the right time because check this out. As soon as the sun fully came out, people swarmed over here. So that's a good strategy if you're coming in the next 2 weeks. Just basically the second the sun starts peeking through the clouds, run over here. If you are enjoying this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to book your own Disneyland vacation, call my friends at Getaway today and tell them that SoCal Disney Dad sent you, and they'll give you $10 off their already discounted packages. All right, time to do it. Here we go. So obviously, Splash Mountain is closing on May 30th. and therefore you can't really ride it if you're coming after that. But Grizzly River Run over at Disney California Adventure is still open, so if you're looking for a nice refreshing water ride in the summertime, that's really going to be your only option. Pirates of the Caribbean does get you a teensy-weensy bit wet.
Canoes can if you have somebody.
Oh,
the
that's
canoes,
fantastic.
If you have, especially if you have like a kid behind you who cannot paddle
Yes.
and keep splashing, you
Yes.
can get actually pretty wet on the canoe.
The canoes are a fantastic suggestion. Thank you. I totally forgot that you can get wet on those as well. So if you're looking for some refreshing rides, those are ones to consider. Of course, any ride that's long and slow with air conditioning, like It's a Small World, I know, I suggested it, is going to be a nice refreshing ride as well.
Or go watch PhilharMagic over in DCA. It's what, an 11-minute show or something in the air conditioning.
Great moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, that one's debatable.
And Rogers once it opens on June 30th.
Oh yeah, that will be nice.
Some more considerations to help you stay cool at Disneyland during the summer is to grab some nice treats that are refreshing. For instance, you might consider the good old classic Dole Whip. The place to go there is going to be the Tropical Hideaway. They also have the Dole Whip cart in front of the Enchanted Tiki Room, but additional places to consider is to grab the Cold Brew Black Calf from Docking Bay 7, as well as the Boysen Apple Freeze from Maurice's Treats. If you do just want classic ice cream, you can get really like Mickey ice cream bars and Mickey ice cream sandwiches anywhere throughout the park. You can get hand-scooped ice cream from Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street. Additionally, over at Disney California Adventure, the Cozy Cone has some soft serve ice cream. There is the adorable Snowman Frosted Treats on Pixar Pier, which has the Pixar Pier Parfait, an excellent option to consider. And they also have Clarabelle's ice cream for some custom hand-dipped ice cream bars. All phenomenal suggestions for cool drinks and sweets to help you stay cool in the summer.
How's it going? It's going very well. Hi, everybody. I thought maybe we could play a game.
Let's do that.
Okay, now we need to know a game to play.
Okay.
Maybe something involving chairs and music.
I will handle the music.
I will get some chairs.
Okay.
And we'll play Monopoly.
Oh, wait. No.
Oh, I thought we had this all figured out.
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't.
I mean, well, I do. You don't.
I don't. Well, fill me in.
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
We hopped over to Disney California Adventure now, and we're gonna go over here to Monsters, Inc. Most of all the rides over here right now are pretty long waits, but there is a little hack over here at Monsters, Inc. that can bypass the entire line if you have a party that's divisible by 2. And here we go, I got the Buddy Pass. That's the Spanish side. Here we go, the English side, Buddy Pass. So this is basically like single rider, but it allows 2 guests to enter. And we go through the exit here of the ride. With this pass, you will ride in the 3rd row of the ride vehicle. Your party will be split up into 2s, but you can ride it with, somebody else in your party. And look at this, it was a 45-minute wait, and I'm walking right up to the line here, and I'll be able to get on a ride bypassing the entire line.
It's faster than Genie Plus.
Are you riding with me?
We interrupt this program for a special report. A child is on the loose in Monstropolis. A human child!
Oh, we gotta get you home.
Hey, young man in the 3rd row. Make sure you get my good side. Jesus.
Now we've come over to do The Little Mermaid. Now because this is an Omni-Mover attraction, if you take a look at the ride vehicles over there, they constantly move. The line moves very quickly over here at Ariel's. It's a long ride, it's air conditioned, so this is another fantastic attraction to do to get out of the summer heat.
This is a great pail. And speaking of pails, Ariel traded her zip for a pair of legs. That's what this story's all about. Oh, this is such a great story.
Making a little magic, huh? Well, the magic 8-ball says, don't count on it, back to beating those checkers. Very good, folks. Feeling good about this bunch today. Soldier, what is it that you're doing now?
Ma'am, I thought we could use more cowbell.
More cowbell, huh? Well, that is a 20-year-old joke, so you better get back in line. I'm about to list him on eBay, honestly. Hey, could you knock some sense into him for me?
This isn't a summertime tip, but our kids love coming over here to the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, so that's what we're gonna do. And I mean, I guess it kind of feels like a summertime thing because that's what you do. You go to national parks in the summertime. And we're gonna go through Big Sur here. My kids love to come down the slides over here. Benjamin's gonna come out of the far right one in just a second. There he goes. The other things my kids love to do is ride the Flying Fox. Woo! Helpful tip, because I just heard a guy asking this question. Now, is it at 2 o'clock we can go over to Disneyland? And it's like, no. It was 1 p.m. here at Disneyland before. Walt Disney World is 2 p.m. It was never 2 p.m. here at Disneyland. But Disneyland pushed it back to 11 a.m. back in February. So at 11 a.m. you can hop if you have a hopper here at the Disneyland Resort. That's something to keep in mind if you haven't been in a year, because that's a recent-ish change from about 3 months ago. You want to be well aware 11 a.m. is hopping time. Something that we used to do a lot whenever the kids were littler. Now they're grown up, 8 and 5. But when they were littler, we used to always come over here to the Grand Californian in the afternoon for an afternoon break. If you have a hotel locally that you're staying at, go back to your hotel between the hours of 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. They're really going to be the busiest times in the park. Let yourself recharge, get out of the heat. It's a really good time to do that. But if you don't have a hotel locally, like we very rarely do, the Grand Californian is a great place to come. There's an entrance to it directly in Disney California Adventure. You can just come straight over here, or you can get to it through downtown Disney. Either way, they have an amazing lobby we're going to show you in a second that we love to just rest and chill out in. And here it is, the most amazing lobby. They have these chairs if you're lucky enough to be able to sit in. You can just rest and relax. Wonderful air conditioning in here. They play Disney music on the piano. This is just wonderful. After our little break at the GCH, we're coming over here to Soarin. We came right back in to Disney California Adventure. It says it is a 30-minute wait. They've got nice little misters going, so that's a good summertime tip. Soarin has misters while you wait in line. How awesome is that? It's not even really all that hot today. It's like a high of 77.
When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the under-seat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and, of course, these little beauties.
Next up, we came over to Mickey's PhilharMagic. Another great one that we mentioned earlier as a place to come and relax in the air conditioning. If you have ever done Mickey's PhilharMagic at Walt Disney World, you know that there is a massive long line for that one. Not so much for ours. It's the same attraction. I don't know why it's not as popular here as it is at Walt Disney World, but we love it. This is a look at the auditorium. This is about as full as it gets, right here.
Almost ready.
They really like to electrocute Goofy at Disneyland.
Now let it unplug. I'll just plug it back in. That's better.
At this point, I'm out of specifically summertime type tips, but we can share a variety of others that frequently end up here on the channel, like make sure you buy Genie Plus if you want to make the most of your day. Consider purchasing a park hopper if you're going to be here for multiple days. Unlike Walt Disney World, that charges you more per day for park hopper, Here at Disneyland, it's $60 per person for the duration of your ticket if you have a multi-day ticket. The single-day ticket is $65. Don't ask me why it's more expensive for one day, but if you have a 2-day or a 5-day, it doesn't matter. $60 per person to add a park hopper. And so it really is beneficial to consider getting a park hopper, especially for those longer stays. If you're only doing 2 days, 1 park per day may be fine for you. But I feel like once you get to the 3rd day, it definitely is beneficial to have that park hopper to be able to go back and forth. The parks here are smaller than Walt Disney World, and you'll get through them quite easily. They're also right next to each other. I should probably show that when we hop back over to Disneyland. The parks are literally right near each other. So, take advantage of a hopper. What else? Well, let's say nighttime performances. World of Color, Wondrous Journeys. If they can fix Fantasmic soon, Fantasmic. Buy yourself a Magic Band. They interact with all of these nighttime performances. And they interact with rides too. I love the Magic Band Pluses. We've had Magic Band 2s forever at Walt Disney World. They came out with the Pluses. I was a little skeptical at first, but I love them. You can check out my full review of everything that the Magic Band Plus can do right now at Disneyland. Put a link down in the description. You can check that video out. It's a 15-20 minute long video of everything that you can do with Magic Band.
So another tip for a hot summer day is you can bring a portable fan, like a Mister fan or even just a regular fan. It can still get really hot here in the summer. Right now it's not. Like we said earlier, our summer tends to be July, August, September, even into October. Not necessarily May and June, but it can get really hot here.
I also see people with those little cooling rags.
Yeah, we've tried those out in Disney World before. They do help. I feel like the fans work better, but the cooling towels do help. So,
yeah, they have special ones, a pink one and a blue one with Mickeys on them.
Really cute.
You can buy them here. It is 3:55 in the afternoon, and Benjamin needs a nap. Not necessarily needs it. He's 5. He doesn't really need it, but he wanted it. He laid down in the stroller. We still bring a stroller. Tend to just park at places, and it stays parked for like 4 hours now, and we just move it around from stroller parking to stroller parking. It's a great way to just carry all of our stuff without having to buy a locker. So we do like it. But every now and again, he's 5.5 and he just gets really worn out. So he wanted to lay down and didn't want to ride anything. I even suggested some rides he likes. He's like, no. So James and I are going to go single rider Radiator Springs Racers. Several of the most popular attractions have single rider lines. The standby for Radiators is 65 minutes. It says single rider is over here off to the left. Single rider is honestly a lifesaver when it comes to saving time in lines. If you don't mind your party splitting up, the only stipulation is that you have to be a minimum of 7 years old to use single rider line. So my youngest can't do it, so we don't do it all that often right now. But I mean, look at this. We're just walking right by the entire line. Even the lightning lane, the one right next to me here is the lightning lane. I'm just walking right by it. This is amazing and perfect. I love single rider. Here's another attraction with Misters, Radiator Springs Racers. Look at that. It's been 14 minutes, buddy. 14, and we're just about to the front of the single rider. There's like 5 people in front of us. So we've made it in about 15 minutes.
Big race, huh? It's gonna be fun!
When we got off the ride, the standby wait said 95 minutes. And yeah, it only took us 15 through single rider. If you're curious as to how that works, there are 6 people that fit per ride vehicle at Radiator Springs Racers. And if you have a party of 4, they split them into 2 and 2, and then that leaves an empty seat. So then they take 2 single riders and fill in the empty seats. It's quite a common occurrence, so the single rider line moves very quickly. So we decided to hop again, and I wanted to show you this. So, Disney California Adventure is right there, right? and Disneyland is right there. Like, that's literally how close they are. Is this tiny little trek across the Esplanade. And we're back over here. We just rode Pirates of the Caribbean, but I was on daddy duty. Benjamin did not want to wake up from his nap, so I just carried him the whole time we were in line, so couldn't film anything. But always love Pirates of the Caribbean. Classic attraction you absolutely have to do. Some final thoughts as we're on our way out. There are some dates that you'll want to take specific note of for the coming months. Any after dark event that's going on, I know that they've got grad nights as well as pride nights, and right now there are Star Wars nights, but I'm not sure if they're all done or what, because it's middle of May now. I'm not sure if that was just beginning of May, but anyway, take a look at after dark events that are going on, because that will impact how late the parks are open for regular guests. If you are not an attendee of those after dark events, they'll close the park a little early. You might miss out on something like World of Color because of grad nights, or Wondrous Journeys because of these after dark events. So keep that in mind. Additionally, a special event is July 17th. It's Disneyland's 68th anniversary. It won't be like a big to-do like they do at the 50th, 60th, and I'm sure they'll have something for the 70th. But 68th, they'll have probably some sort of like birthday parade. They'll probably have a few birthday specialty food items. They do, some minor things to celebrate the actual day, which again is July 17th. So if you want to pay attention to a specific date that might have some interesting things going on, that would be it. Also, avoid major holidays. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. Those days are going to be big no-nos as far as crowds. If you are looking to come when it's less crowded, avoid those days. But the days surrounding them aren't too much of an issue. It's just the actual day of the holiday itself. Well, that's it for my summertime tips here at Disneyland. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer your questions and help you plan your vacations. Then hit the like and subscribe button for more Disneyland content. And we'll see you again next time.